crippled crossing the street by a meter night traffic police brother picked up with one hand. He pinched my fleshy face. Who's the kid? Where's your adult? Me. Insult. This is a naked insult to 150 for female college students. One roommate said I 150 for small potatoes, certainly not jump a meter for high jump pole. I don't believe it. Then and roommate bet. Lose please eat barbecue. Really not for that barbecue. Is to win back belong to my dignity. So I tried my best to jump. The result was I grabbed the high jump pole. Rushed out several meters. Stepped on the sponge mat and twisted my leg. My roommates hugged me and cried and confessed that they deserved to die. They guiltily treated me to a week's worth of barbecue. After I finished eating with my roommates, I jumped up and down and went to the delivery point outside the school to pick up the delivery. They were going to help me get it. But they actually playfully called me a schoolboy. 150 for doll-faced short her shoulder bag female college students angry. If you can tolerate it. You can't tolerate it. Without them, I can still get back the 10 expresses that belong to me by myself. Who doesn't he have some dignity anymore? Fortunately, my courier are small pieces. I all stuffed into the school bag. The school bag stuffed bulging. I limped across the street with my school bag on my back. I was still in the middle of the street with seconds left on the countdown to the green sidewalk light. Anxious, I increased my speed and bounced forward. One hard jump and I was a little wobbly. My head slammed straight into the street. Shit. I'm going to lose face. Surrounded by college students. How social death ah. Suddenly, a pair of strong hands pinched my armpits and picked me up. To between the sky and the earth. I sat in the arms of a 1'9" man. A tall man dressed in traffic control uniform, held me with one hand while directing traffic with the other. I looked at his handsome side face confused. The bridge of his nose was so high that he could slide down a slide. Whose kid is this and where's your adult? He looked around and then at me suspiciously. I looked back. Me? Who? Who is it? The kid? Me? No. Don't be ridiculous. This college girl is getting really angry. I was so angry that I puffed up my face and was about to yell. He pinched my fleshy face and smiled super sweetly. Don't be afraid. I'll take you to find your mom. Me. Find your sister. This is a great shame for 150 for female college students. I was treated as an elementary school student and then as a lost child. If it wasn't for the fact that he is so handsome, I would have to let him experience what it means to have all and mine explode. I struggled to get down from his arms. Suddenly I saw an acquaintance. My ex-boyfriend was less than 5 meters away from me. And his line of sight swept straight in my direction. I feel bad for even being looked at by him. If he knew that I was so humiliated, he would be ashamed of me for the rest of my life. So I'd have head first into the arms of the person in front of me. A fresh and clean smell lingering in my nostrils. I clamped my throat and said, "Brother, my leg is broken. Can you send me to the opposite side of the big tree? My mom is waiting for me there." Mom. It gave me goosebumps. Virtual age. Virtual mom. Virtual reason. Okay. You're a good boy for not crying. His voice was low and pleasant. He rubs my head, which instantly turns into a chicken nest. I endure. He carries me stoically across the street. Is this the 190 perspective? For crying out loud. I can see exactly who has less hair. I blushed and got down from his arms. He wanted to help me with my bag. I refused. You're a kid with a strong sense of self-reliance. Me. I didn't expect him to be so responsible as a person. Standing by my side all the time waiting for my mom. But what I said is not true. If I waited any longer, I would have to die. So I started to make things up. Brother. Look over, there is a UFO about to land. Go and direct the traffic. 3 while he turned around confused. I quickly jumped to the corner and escaped from his sight. Back at the dorm, I flung myself onto the bed and started hissing and pounding it. What's wrong with Amy? My roommate threw a roux on my head. I recounted what had just happened. Instead of comforting me, these heartless losers laughed their asses off. They said in a weird voice, "Ha ha the ha 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 ha. Who is this little all right? Is this your little all right? Goddamn little all right." I should have known better than to give them that. Now there's one more thing to laugh about. Wash it. Lily's eyes lit up at that. What? 190 big handsome guy? And you're holding him in your arms? How come I can't meet such a good thing? I'm going to find a way to cripple my leg and let the handsome traffic cop carry me across the street. She muttered with a longing face. I say don't be ridiculous. Lily has longed for a sweet relationships since her freshman year. But the problem was that she was 182 in height. The guys in school who were taller than Lily either had boyfriends or girlfriends. The ones who are lower than Lily, she says it's like having a bad son. And dogs don't even talk about it. So much so that now that she's a sophomore she's still a widow. For crying out loud, 180 to give me a cut. I'm not kidding. At first I thought Lily was joking. I didn't realize this love brain she came for real. For this day, I overslept during the lunch break. And I was so anxious that I picked up my bag and jumped to the classroom. I was cheap and chose a difficult elective course. The teacher is called the Devil. Nicknamed Cremator. If you miss a class, you will fail. 3 times late. A hang. Failed the paper hang. The main fight and unmanned biochemistry. I hastily glanced down at the clock. 1 minute left. I was sure I'd make it in time. Just to jump into the corridor fell headlong into the chest of the person in front of me. Hardla. Hit me dizzy. Luckily, the person who hit me had the good sense to pull me up. Or I would have been up to my ass in pain. UFO kid? When I heard this weird nickname, a bad premonition flashed in my heart. When I looked up, the traffic police officer who had carried me across the street earlier bent down and came close to take a look at me. Saw that my forehead was red. And rubbed my forehead. No, what kind of bad karma is this? Why is he here? That's when the bell rang and I watched the teacher walk into the classroom. We looked at each other and our hopes were dashed. It's over. It's all for nothing. Destroy it. Holy shit. I couldn't help but beat my chest in place. 3rd time I'm late. Or kill me. Ryan's eyes lit up. You mean Ms. Jai is your mother and you're here to accompany Ms. Jai to class, right? Me. For the sake of my brother having helped you. Can you tell Ms. Jai not to hang up on me? I'm late for the 3rd time. And when it's done, my brother will buy you candies to eat. I'm late for the 3rd time. Ridiculous as mom to ridiculous open the door. You ridiculous to home. I gritted my teeth. You. Mom. My mom's name is Cindy. Ryan said with a sincere look on his face. Me. It was like talking to a cow. I was so angry that I took my student ID card out of my pocket and stuck it on his head. Look at me. I'm a sophomore in the School of Management. If you treat me like a school kid again, I'll run you over with a mini donkey. Ryan looked down at me. Shocked. What are you looking at? I've never seen such a small college girl before. Why didn't you say so before? Did you do it on purpose? Now it was my turn to be dumbfounded. And I was too embarrassed to say why. The best way to solve a problem is to ask a new one. I haven't asked you how you neglected your duty and came here instead of directing the traffic properly. I'm not a traffic cop. I was just standing guard that day to get my driver's license. And I happened to be directing traffic. So now it seems that we all have a common identity, the late complaining college student. 5 While our own tardiness was terrible, the company of our classmates was a great relief. From this moment on, we were comrades in arms. We agreed that if we missed a class, we would fail it. But if we were late, we could still make up for it. I'm going to go ahead and do it. The back door of the classroom was still open. We saw the last row of seats ready to find the right time to sneak in. Mr. Shai just turned his back and wrote on the blackboard. We looked at each other. And now was the time. I tiptoed forward with Ryan on my heels. I was almost at my seat. Suddenly, Mr. Shay's writing hand lurched. My heart was in my throat. She turned around, scared out of my wits. I jumped into Ryan's arms, who steadily caught me in his arms, and we stared at each other wide-eyed. Mr. Shy held his glasses and said suspiciously, "What are you two doing during class time?" The eyes of the whole class turned toward us, and we were solidly embarrassed. I'm my mime. Teacher Amy has a recurrence of her leg injury. I'll take her to the infirmary. Ryan winked at me. You've got some smarts in you. Ouch. My leg hurts. I can't do this. I need to see a doctor. I acted more real than I did when I first broke my leg. The teacher's eyes flickered. So what's with the backpacks you guys are carrying? Me. Forgot about that. Careless. After a moment's pause, Ryan suddenly spoke up. The backpack is our gift to each other, and by carrying it we can feel our deep love for each other. He looked at me with affection. Iron. That's a big one. Yes. We are inseparable from the bag that carries our love. We have become one. If we don't carry it for a moment, we feel uncomfortable and insecure. I'm going to go along with this serious nonsense. Never mind. Go crazy world. The teacher paused for a long time. I thought we were going to die. But the teacher just applauded. What a sincere love. As a pure love warrior, I can't help but cry for the good love. Don't forget to invite Sensei to your wedding. Don't forget to invite your teacher to the banquet when you get married. I'll be the main table. Me. Ryan. Go now. It's important to see the doctor. Teacher will send you the PPT of this lesson. Mr. Shy looked up at the sky at a 45-degree angle. I think my lover and I bonded over a book back then. Ryan and I escaped and heard Ms. Shy blabbering on about her and her husband's love life. My gossipy soul was aroused, and I wanted to listen to it at the door. But Ryan grabbed me by the collar and pulled me away. Be careful to eat melon to eat on their own. Ms. Jai found out that you lead to her to hang you. I'm scared. I'm scared. I'm out of here. 6 After leaving the classroom, I was ready to go back to the dormitory to catch up on my sleep. College students who don't get enough sleep really die easily. Usually, I'm with my roommates, and they help me down the stairs. Today, I'm alone, and I'm bouncing down the stairs one step at a time. I was cursing the school for not having an elevator. That's when Vicky called me. Ami's in trouble. Lily's been detained at the traffic police station. What? Traffic police? I almost fell down the stairs in my haste to jump. My soul was scared out of my mind. Luckily, someone caught me. Ryan was quick to grab my bag. What's a little kid doing running so fast? Listening to him beat me up. I wanted to headbutt him with my bull's strength. You're big. You're big. You're all big. The stairwell echoed with my voice. Passing students covered their mouths and looked at us playfully. I realized that my words were very ambiguous. What I just said can be taken back. Classmates are not what you think they are. Ryan was shocked. How did you know? 7 Me. Is this something I can say? I froze. How did you know my biceps were bigger? I've been working on them in secret and I haven't told anyone. Ah. That's it? Can you not talk like that? You're scaring me to death. You look disappointed. What are you thinking? Ryan came up to me with a suspicious look on his face and my heart skipped a beat. My image on the outside is that of a cute, innocent little lowly, and I can't expose my old sex maniac attributes. I'm just worried. My roommate is going in and I'm in a hurry to get her. Ryan squatted in front of me. For the sake of our life and death together, come up and I'll carry you down the stairs. When will you go down with your jumping and jumping? You might even knock out to teeth. At this time, I don't push the other way. I jumped on his back. Who let him say that about me? He deserved to die of exhaustion. He gentlemanly grabbed the side of his waist and didn't touch my legs. Why, you're like a cat. Small and gentle. Really? My ex-boyfriend said I was too heavy to carry and advised me to lose weight. Is it because the cafeteria auntie sees you as skinny and gives you less food? Next time you eat with me, I'll ask the cafeteria auntie to give you one more spoonful. I'll ask the cafeteria auntie give you more spoonfuls next time you eat with me. Storm cries. A try-in kindly rode his bike to take me to the traffic police. Along the way I sat on the back of his motorcycle politely pinching the corner of his shirt. At the stoplight, I braked sharply and jumped on his back, wrapping my arms around his waist. Through the white tee. His strong, lean and powerful waist and stomach seemed to be burning. I panicked and jerked my hand. When the motorcycle started, my whole body leaned back. I fumbled with my arms and legs a few times and almost fell off. Should I say no? He's really loaded. His 8-pack ABS are well defined. No, Amy, I said, where are you touching your hand? When we got to the entrance of the traffic police brigade, Ryan stopped the car. Mum? Only one of my hands was pressed against his chest cavity and one touched his mermaid line. It really wasn't that I was an old colorist. It was that the hands had a mind of their own. I blushed a hot red. Instead of blaming myself, I should blame someone else. I said, what's wrong with your body? Why are you deliberately rubbing against my hands? I'm really going to get angry. His eyes widen. He was about to argue and was blocked by my high-intensity output. Especially your ABS keep rubbing against my hand. Where have I ever seen this scene before? I dodged a few times but couldn't avoid it. Almost scared me to death. I forgive you this time. But don't do it again. As long as I have no morals, there's nothing anyone can do to me. Ryan was shocked by my robber baron theory and was petrified in place. I took the opportunity to slip away. 9 When I got to the place, I saw Lily standing aggressively on the side being educated by a traffic cop. My roommate and I learned the whole story. I can only praise Lily for her talent. Lily heard about my story that day, and was inwardly stupid, ready to encounter 190 big handsome men. So she chose a road with the strictest traffic control and the most traffic police. She heard that there are often iron riders to maintain traffic. The city's iron riders are all 180-plus long-legged dudes, with a body and a face. She was so excited that she went there. She followed my example and pretended to limp across the street. The result in the sidewalk back and forth for more than 10 times. Oh, legs are walking sore. Hard no one to help her. She was close to crawling on her hands and knees. Just as Lily was getting discouraged and ready to leave, the traffic policeman shouted "Girl" at her back. According to Lily's words, her whole body was like an electric shock. A call of fate. The voice was low and melodious, and it sounded like a stunningly handsome man. Lily closed her eyes and turned around excitedly. Tears were about to come out. She opened her arms. "Oh, Gage. Finally waiting for you. My big handsome brother." As a result, one by one. "Don't come over." Uncle Traffic Police's tiger's body was shocked by Lily and took 3 steps back. After making sure she was in good spirits, he took her back to the traffic police to give her a thought-provoking education. 10 After all, Lily did not wait for the 190-plus long-legged handsome man. Only 175 funny traffic police uncle. The traffic police uncle colorfully recounted the situation. She lunged at me. I was confused. Legs click, soft. My goodness, I thought the girl wants to take me with her to death. I'm still young, I'm still young, said the traffic policeman as he drank his tea and took his own breath away. No wonder Lily Reverie. This uncle is still a bassoon. The voice confused people. He thought that Lily had mental problems. Did not take the medicine to commit the disease on a road back and forth to find death. He said the girl who committed the crime must be a polite and qualified, but also know to wait for the traffic light. A few of us are almost suffocating internal injuries from holding back our laughter. If it wasn't for the 3 of us pulling Lily along, she would have been able to find a wall to crash into on the spot. The 3 of us apologized vigorously. We promised again and again that we would educate Lily about traffic safety and keep an eye on her to prevent her from running around on the main road. We took Lily out of the traffic police station, and she was in a state of shock. Destroy the world. in order to heal Lily's broken heart. We took her to a new bar in front of the school. 11 Lily raises her bottle and takes a drink. She clunked her head against the table. Handsome guy not found. Might as well be on the local news tomorrow in the role psycho. Vicky babbied each of our housemates as she hugged Lily to comfort her. It's okay. Lily. You're an old social dead guy. You should learn to handle social death. Don't let social death look down on you. Lily. Lily cried even louder. This wave of comfort is really a bit redundant. Lily and I had a big score for the social death group in just 1 week. Down to the countryside inserted rice seedlings. Online dating has been injured. Waiting for a 190 big handsome man to soothe my wounds. Lily looked at the ceiling in a daze. I knew that this goods drink high. I just looked down to read a message and Lily was gone. I looked around and vaguely saw her walking in the direction of the restroom. So I followed her if I wasn't sure. I looked all over the women's restroom and found no one there. No way. No way. She couldn't have gotten drunk and gone into the men's restroom. Last time Lily fell asleep in the restroom when she was drunk, which made us look for her. I stood at the door and asked, anyone there? No. I'm coming in. I went in and searched a few cubicles and found no one there. I was about to leave when I saw a familiar figure. Ryan was humming a song as he walked slowly to the urinal. Ready to pee. I was in a hurry. So I apparated over to him and asked, hey. Have you seen my friend? He's a 5'8" tall, skinny redhead. And he's cool. Ryan's eyes wide and his hand stuttered as he zipped up his pants. Holy shit. On me you're a pervert. Why are you going into the men's restroom? I was about to explain when Ryan beat me to it. He narrowed his eyes. Don't tell me it was the men's room that purposely seduced you to come here. I won't fall for it a second time after being fooled by you once. Me. What men's room seduction? I'm not a shithead. Just as I was about to go out, a bunch of men's conversations came from the doorway. If they see me, they'll put me on the internet as a pervert and make me famous. In my haste to find a cubicle to get into, Ryan blocked the door with his arm. Beg me, he said absently. Egg. My ass. I'm going to get under his armcoat and in a hurry he sits me on his arm. Playing with me. I see the trick. Wrap my arms around his neck and clamp that a disgusting. Brother-in-law really we cannot be like this. My sister knows we'll be angry. The big deal is that we are all perverts together. They were about to come in. So Ryan covered my mouth and carried me into the cubicle. I've really fallen for you. 13 As soon as I walked in, I realized something was wrong. It was so crowded. I turned my head and saw Lily, flushed and red-faced, holding a strange man on the toilet. A tall boy was sitting on the toilet, shivering. Lily approached the boy with curious eyes. Little brother, are you big there? Are you afraid to go to the toilet alone? I'm afraid. I'm afraid. Brother, silence, help me. Jack looked like he was about to cry. His outstretched hand was mercilessly slapped down by Ryan. It stinks. Jack howled, wow. Me, you're here. Look, he blushes when he poops and has little stars in his eyes. Ugh. Jack. I beg you to stop. Tall girl with red hair. Is this your friend? Are you a group of perverts? Me. Or not. I'll admit. Lily's got me beat in the pervert department. Who's a nice guy watching someone take a dump? I almost took a breath out of my back with 2 black eyes. My indisputably humiliated friend. There was no sound from outside as the atmosphere got further weird and awkward. I grabbed Lily and left. No, I can't afford to lose this one. 14 Lily had to run to the bathroom to watch someone take a shit. I slapped her face. Sis, wake up. This place is not a good place to stay. If we stay any longer there might be something else strange happening. I was about to ask Vicky and another roommate to carry Lily back to the dormitory. Suddenly I heard a familiar voice. My ex-girlfriend is a gas can. I didn't call her a trash can because I was kind enough to give her face. Her legs are short, and she has a fat face. Just like a pie. The voice came from behind us. My ex-boyfriend Ben was sitting in the middle of his friends. talking eloquently. The people around us laughed at his description. People like her are the only ones I'd be kind enough to fall in love with. I'm 180. How does she deserve me for a gas can? My entire body froze and I silently clenched my fists. A wave of nausea roiled up my throat. What right does he have to talk about me as a rotten cucumber? Other people mention their ex-boyfriends with regret. I mention my ex-boyfriend that is more disgusting than eating 10 pounds of shit. I've been in a relationship with him my whole life and I can't get rid of the stains. It's even more humiliating than the case. Ben is the only boyfriend I've ever had in college. Ben was my only boyfriend when I was in college. And he came to me for WeChat when he lost it air. With a red face. He coyly held out his cell phone and whispered, "You're so cute. Can we get to know each other?" I didn't want to. But I agreed for fear of embarrassing him. After that, he came to chat with me intentionally or unintentionally. And wooed me. He was very nice and attentive to me. Bring me breakfast in the morning. Send me umbrellas when it rains. Send me medicine when I'm sick. And when I'm not used to eating here, he specially learns to cook my hometown dishes and gives them to me. This went on for half a year. Finally, in the afternoon when my grandmother died and I cried until I broke down, he gave me a warm hug and I broke my defense. He said he would love me instead of my grandmother. I took down the defenses in my heart and agreed to be with him. 15 At the beginning of the hot period of love, everything was very sweet. My roommate said every day that he could smell the sour odor of love on me. I don't know when everything started to change. Ben began not to return my messages. Video when perfunctory. We can also find excuses not to go out together. Even when I used his cell phone to look for information. He was evasive and wouldn't let me look at his cell phone. I realized that something was wrong. But I didn't think he would be so disgusting. Finally, one day, I accidentally saw the chat records in his cell phone. It turned out that he was sneaking around because he was afraid that I would see these dirty things. He chatted with a dozen girls in the same town at the same time. The scale was so large that I was staggered. I almost threw up with dry heaves. That sentence still sticks in my mind. Sister's legs are so long and good-looking. It must be exciting to circle around my waist. Unlike the woman I've been pestering with whose legs are so short, they can't even go around. I was so furious that I went to question him. He didn't see the coffin. He was still arguing, calling me baby. What a bitch. Until I put the evidence of the chat records in front of him, he shut his mouth. 16 He skimmed his mouth in disgust. I'm just sick of you, so what? Do not look at their own appearance. And you fall in love with that as my charity you. No one loves the pure worm. If not, you have been pestering me. I would have broken up with you. I pestered you? At first he begged me to fall in love with me. How did it come to his mouth to become my shamelessly backward? I've never been short of love. I've just been moved by genuine emotion. I realized how shameless and upside down he was. He gave me a spark of hope and then mercilessly doused it with cold water. Then stomped on it and spat on it. I was so diabolically sad that I couldn't eat for a while. When I thought about the fact that I had been in a relationship with such a piece of trash, I couldn't wait to wash my hands with disinfectant and find a guru to purify my soul. After my roommates found out that I had been esconned by a scummy guy, they held out for me. They made a good plan and blocked Ben in the alley next to the school on a dark and windy night and beat him up. Lily, who practiced taekwondo, punched Ben so hard that he couldn't get out of bed for half a month. I'll always be grateful to have such a righteous group of friends. I thought Ben and I would never cross paths again. But I didn't realize that after more than 3 months he was still slandering me behind my back, using me as the subject of random jokes and misrepresentations. 17 Ben was still making up rumors out of thin air. When his rumors shifted from personal attacks to unfounded yellow rumors, I finally relented. I stood up and grabbed the bottle to open his mouth. I didn't realize Lily was faster. She lifted the bottle and slammed it on the table, and it shattered in response. She took the sharp bottle and disliked Ben's chin with a vengeance. I limped and couldn't even pull her. With Lily's violent temper and her determination to stick her neck out for her friends, I'm really afraid of what she'll do. You try one more fucking thing and you'll have a hornet's nest in your mouth. Believe it or not. The sharp glass cut a bleeding gash in the corner of Ben's mouth. Ben was so scared that he was nailed to his seat and couldn't move. His body was trembling and his voice sounded broken. I won't say a word. His friends were white with fear. A noisy bar fell silent for a while. And quite a few people's eyes were attracted to it. What kind of thing? Wearing 3 or 4 height increasing insoles only to be able to 175. Still have the nerve to think that we Amy is short. Even 90 pounds of girls can't be hugged. And have the face to bark. Also don't take a look at what kind of sticky shit shroud wrapping out of the dirty and smelly stuff you are. Also worthy of mentioning our Amy's name. Who gave you the face? Urinal. Lily was so angry her breath was churning and Ben's blood was running down the bottle. I was afraid she'd actually stab Ben for good. After all, it's not worth it for this kind of scum. I rushed over to Lily and held her tight around the waist, pushing her back. Ben, Amy, you quickly pull this crazy bitch away. Shut the fuck up. I gouged him out. Lily, let's go back to the dorm. Let's ignore this scum. Okay? Lily patted me on the back, reassuring me. I'm Lily. And I'm telling you, Ben, if you see us, you better go around us. Or I'll beat the shit out of you every time I see you, Lily said. Lily threw the bottle on the floor. And Ben gasped like he had survived. We had just turned around to leave when we heard a shout from behind us. Look out. 18A bottle flies over my head and past Lily's ear, falling straight into the wall and shattering into a ball. The glass shards scratched Lily's face. Bitch. Ben's impotent, raging voice comes from behind him. Ben's hands were firmly restrained by Ryan, bent in a strangely twisted arc. The sinister look in his eyes sent chills down my spine. Ouch. 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 His face went white with pain. Ben was as helpless as a chicken in front of Ryan. Don't get your mouth too dirty. Ryan's friend Jack looked disdainful. I mean, man. You're a backstabber. You're a disgrace to our manhood. You're not a man. Or are you not a man at all? When Lily realized that she had been stabbed in the back, she kicked Ben in the face. And Ben fell to the ground, a suspicious liquid spreading out from underneath him. Ben was scared shitless. I'm okay with touching, not hurting my friend. I wanted to kick him hard, but I had a limp and was too weak to do it. Can Ryan kick him for me? Please. 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 Please have fondled you for 2 weeks. It was one of the few times I begged. Trying to give me hemorrhoids to murder me? Me. Jack, I'll do it. My feet are strong and flavorful. Just treat me to 1 week. You're rolling your sister. Get out. Ryan sniffed and helped me with 2 hard kicks, which made Ben squeal in pain. Who do you think you're messing with? You're messing with the guy I'm covering for. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. Don't kick me. Don't kick me. Me. For the love of your life. Please let me go. How dare you mention this? You're looking for a fight. Without waiting for me to say anything, Ryan stomped on Ben's face. If you don't know how to talk, you can shut up. Don't spew shit and make people sick. 19. That was fun. I breathed a sigh of relief and my legs gave out. Ryan held me up. I can't imagine what Ben would have done if his aim had been better and he'd hit Lily in the back of the head. I'd probably feel guilty for the rest of my life and die with Ben. Lily wiped her face and fainted when she saw the blood on her hands. Lily has a strange problem. She only faints with her own blood. Don't faint. Pervert. I want to ask you how you did that awesome roundhouse kick. Jack picked Lily up and took her to the hospital. I was just about to follow when Ryan stopped me. Are you hurt? Ryan exclaimed. Where? Ryan picked me up and rushed me to the nearest hospital before I could get a closer look. Doctor. 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 Help. Ryan's head was sweating as he ran. The emergency doctor came over to check on me. The doctor was silent for 3 seconds. Breathlessly, he said, I'd say you'd be healing before you got here any later. I looked at the less than 2 centimeter wound on the side of my thigh and fell into a deep thought. The only thing more blustery about the wound was the fact that it bled a trail of blood across the knee. Ryan was acting so anxious I almost thought I was dying. Doctor, is she really okay? She's easy to gauge with such a tiny one. Doctor. I know you're coming from a place of concern for me. But don't start yet. 20 The emergency room was busy. And I wasn't badly hurt. The doctor gave me alcohol and cotton to take care of it ourselves. The doctor turned to me with a grumpy face and muttered. Working overtime on weekends is already annoying. And then there's the troublesome little couples showing their love. I hate couples. I hate the world. I hate all of you. No. Doctor, you've got it all wrong. Ryan squatted in front of me and carefully sterilized my wound. He deserves to die. Scream if it hurts. Or cry if you can't. Swear if you can't. Don't hold it in. My nose was sore and I cried out with a wow. Ryan's hands were busy. Does it hurt that much? Or you can bite me. Or I can tell you 2 jokes. Ryan. You scared me to death. It's okay. I didn't study either. He rubbed my head to comfort me. Oh, I misread the name. It's Yen Amy. Not me. You didn't have a youth university to study, then you're out of luck. Rihanna. A world where only I get hurt is reached. 21 After that day, Ben no longer dared to appear in front of me. See me hide faster than a mouse. Even our public class he asked for leave not to come. He was expelled from school after someone reported that he had visited prostitutes many times. In order to repay Ryan for saving Lily and me last time, I found a suitable time to thank him. When I found him, he was playing on the basketball court. He made a solid 3-pointer with a leap that drew cheers from the crowd. And Ryan's back was straight and athletic. Like a beautiful sight to behold. I couldn't help but applaud him. At halftime, he saw me and said hello. Why are you here? Specifically to find me? I nodded my head. Ryan was about to continue talking when a voice grabbed him. You're cute. Can you add me on MeChat? The no. For a member of the opposing team asked shyly. It's exactly the same as what Ben said back then. And I'm getting a little PTSD. Ryan bent down and chattered in my ear. You see, he does not look like a good person, nah. Today want you to WeChat. Tomorrow will not want to hold hands with you. The day after tomorrow will think of how to cheat sex and money. Who is a good boy like this? I'm not sure if I'm a good person. The last guy who asked me for my WeChat at like that still has a bruise on his face. Are you sure you're more resistant to a punch than him? Ryan sneaks up behind me and flashes his biceps. The scared boy turned his head away. See? I told you he didn't mean it. You can't trust a word a man says. Okay? What about you? I can make an exception. I'm not going to lie to you. He's serious. Double standard dog. I do not believe. 22. Ryan found me a stool and gave me a fan to watch the second half. Ryan was playing hard. Like he was targeting for. And he's scared for into subbing in after a while. I was happy to see a male college student playing basketball, when a girl came up to me aggressively and yin-yanged me. No, you're not. You're so short. You can't even shoot a basketball and you're still watching other people play. Don't you have low self-esteem? She looked down slightly and glanced at me with slanted eyes. He can't lick Ryan any more than he can lick you. Water warmer. Me. Are the frat curs put into assembly line production this year? How come so many have made it to the market and not a single substandard one yet? I looked her up and down a few eyes. You have such a foul mouth, dare to come out to meet people to top. And not inferiority complex. I have what can be inferiority complex. The girl's eyes wide and angrily. You put your mouth cleaner for me. You are only allowed to set fire to the officials but not the people. Aren't you? Watch your mouth. Ryan's voice came from the crowd. 23. He tossed the basketball aside and walked over to the crowd with a furrowed brow and an angry look on his face. Who's short? You're eating your rice. You've got a big mouth. And you're condescending to whoever you're looking down on. Ryan raised his hand, and I sat on his left shoulder. I didn't grow up to be this tall for nothing. My height is your backbone. I'll see who dares to look down on me. Ryan was already tall. And with me sighted like this I was straight up over 2 meters. Don't spoil her. Stare back. 2 pairs of eyes, still can't stare at her. The girl tilted her head. You. I almost laughed out loud. Magic suppression is really something. See? She's that high in my heart. You need to look at people with your heart. Not your dead fish eyes. She's the one that even I have to look up to. Not to mention you. Ryan's words shook me to my core. I did feel bad for a while because of my height. I've never been tall since I was a kid. And in middle school I had some mouthy classmates make fun of me for my height. And my teacher gave me a hard time about it. She said, "Everyone is unique. Just like a flower blooms in a variety of red. People's heights are also different. If everyone is big and tall, then what is the difference between the products that are manufactured on the assembly line?" Since then I have not taken this matter to heart. A strong spiritual mind is more important than height. Besides, I don't want you to tell me if she and I are a good match. I think we are a good match. A perfect match. A perfect match. Don't you think so? Ryan poked me and I snapped back to my senses. I only heard yes or no. And since his output was so violent, I must have a point. So I just nodded my head in agreement. Yeah. I agree. Good point. I was confused as the people around me uprooted and applauded. The girls stomped their feet and ran away in shame. "Dude is a man." Posted on the wall. "Good for you. Basketball captain and weird little girl. Good for you. What are you talking about? Getting high on everything will only hurt you." I hissed. "No. Getting high on everything just makes me balanced. Amy, you can't go back on a promise." I sat down in my chair as Ryan squatted in front of me red-faced. God. What the hell did I just promise? You're not trying to back out on me, are you? Who's a slut? I'm not. From the look on his face, I could vaguely guess what I might have said in my dizziness. "Then you've agreed to be my girlfriend." I stiff-armed him. "You're too tall. I'll get whiplash being with you." I made excuses and shrugged it off. My last unhealthy relationship had made me lose my faith in love. And I was afraid I'd lose my ability to love people. Ryan looked at me as sincerely as a big dog. His bright eyes full of rolling sincerity and passion. It burned me to the bone. "I don't need you to look up. I'll bend down for you." Maybe I should trust myself for once and give Ryan a chance. I wrapped my arms around his neck and whispered in his ear. "Ryan, I'm willing to be brave for you one more time.